The Global Network for Sustainable Housing is an international partnership promoting policy development, research, and design for sustainable housing.
I would like to, at the end, to improve the quality of life of people who live in vulnerable areas, providing them solutions, housing solutions that are adequate for them and can fit their needs.
Sustainable housing is a natural progression from current building models, going from linear workflows to circular economies, going from resource inefficiencies to more efficiencies all along the way, involving stakeholders. All of these things are ideas that we've been playing around for the last centuries and are finally on a stage where we can incorporate it into reality.
Sustainability is seen as something that's long-term, and usually we have quite a short focus, especially if we're only looking at recovery after disasters. And we tend to think in more silos or from a sectoral approach. And in order to mainstream the concept of sustainability, I think a lot needs to be done to change a bit of the working style and thinking of agencies, maybe to remove a little bit the time pressure.
Established through UN Habitat, GNSH is now a partnership that includes several international organizations that are promoting adequate housing solutions in the context of sustainable urban development.
The importance of the network is, in my opinion, manifold. We all have an idea about what sustainability means, but we don't always have the same definition for it. And this confusion in language, in my opinion, sometimes causes us not being on the same page. And the role that the network could play to cover or address these two issues is therefore quite important. It would allow us to be on the same page when we talk about sustainability and sustainable housing. And secondly, it will also allow the different agencies to map their activities and thus identify gaps and avoid duplication.
Yeah, there are many different organizations working in many different aspects of housing sustainability. Of course, it's very difficult for one single organization to do everything or to do everything throughout all the world, so they need to complement each other. But again, it's not an easy process to complement a large number of organizations working policies, in projects, in research, etc. in different countries. Therefore, networking provides a very important contribution to bring all this together.
Through the partnership, GNSH members are able to share experiences, expertise, and develop strategies that promote affordable and sustainable housing practices in developing and transitional countries and cities.
Habitat is a local problem. It has to be solved at the local scale. And when you work at the local scale, you need all kinds of stakeholders, like NGOs, like communities, but also you need to have global players involved, like the industry, like the universities, like governments, to, in a united effort, all of them together, they can solve this problem. This is why the only way to put these people together is through a network. This is why networking is so important to tackle habitat problems.
What I think is very important is that we start developing a deeper sense of global solidarity, so that we understand the needs of our less favored fellow human beings as our own needs.
To answer more of the questions, especially on the dream projects that I think could be very viable, would be exploring more, especially renewable energy, such as solar energy and other sources of energy, biofuel, waste energy, and so on and so forth. But the other area also would be an area of recycling as well as waste management. Those are the key potential areas that probably in the near future we can be able to take a look at and probably explore avenues with the available funding from funding instruments from different organizations.
To achieve sustainable housing, according to the pillars of sustainability, economic, environmental, and social, you need housing to be integrated to the economy, to be integrated to the settlement, to respect people's social networks, cultural networks, and environmental sustainability. So all these take time to address. They are not addressed at the same level all over the world, therefore we need more sustainable housing.